I'm Natalie.
And I'm Addie.
And welcome to another broadcast of Midnight News.
Guys, we have to start now.
3, 2, 1, go!
First up, we wanted to thank all the speakers of Black History Month for speaking.
Thank you for impacting everyone with your speeches.
The speakers included Mrs. Ledford, John Lawrence, Mike Slaughter, and Alex Walker.
First up, the announcements.
We have Kingdom Impact Day on February 28th, this Friday.
No learning. Woo! The dress code for Friday is PE dress code,
The only thing that you can't wear is leggings.
even if it does cover.
Next, we have the Hawaiian Luau on March 14th. Aloha!
We would like to say good luck to the 5th and 6th grade Bex Robotics team. They have a competition on February 28th and March 1st.
Everyone participating in that is very talented, and we hope y'all do a great job. Another good luck to the Act 2 theater competition on March 7th and March 8th.
We know y'all have worked really hard.
Break a leg.
Come and support your friends at all of the sports games.
All the teams will be playing against Holy Trinity. First off, we have the tennis boys at home today.
Then, the girls lacrosse team and girls softball team are playing at 4:15 today at home.
Next, we have the girls soccer away at 4:15.
Boys baseball will be playing away today at 4:15.
Last but not least, the boys lacrosse will be playing at home today at 5:30.
It's super important to donate.
When we think back to last October, so many people's homes in our own state were destroyed by Hurricane Helene.
Just like how we donated to those victims, we now need to come together as a school and donate to help people who may not be able to clean their homes.
If you love fellowship, food, and games, don't forget the Mario Kart 500 this Thursday.
Lip Sync is coming up on Friday.
Everyone has been working so hard, and we can't wait to see your final product. Now it's time for the weekly question.
What can't talk but will reply when spoken to?
I hope you win.
Really? Because it doesn't sound like it.
Well,
And the answer is an echo.
now if you're 5th through 7th grade, please stay for some special elective announcements.
If you're in 8th grade, this doesn't apply to you at all.
We'll see you back on Midnight News after this short break.
Me and Ms. Culberson. Just to tell you a little bit about the elective registration process. This is brand new for all of our 5th graders. This is your first opportunity to choose all of your electives. And then our rising 7th and 8th graders, so our 6th and 7th graders, you've done this before, but we want to go ahead and show you a little bit about what we're going to be doing, okay? So on Friday, your parents are going to receive an email with a lot of this information, including a link to this presentation that we're showing you. But just so you know, everyone, I know you're so excited to hear this, everyone gets language arts, math, science, and social studies classes. You don't have to choose those. I know, that's the best part, really. And in 6th grade, you'll see all of your classes. So all my 5th graders, these are all the classes in green that you're automatically going to get. You'll get language arts. You will be placed into math or advanced math based on lots of different things. Do you actually want to tell them about how math placement works?
Sure. Okay, so for 6th grade and 7th grade, remember you are going to take a math placement test sometime in April. And then we will also look at your ERB scores, your teacher recommendation, and your current math grade. We will put all of those things together and look at a rubric and be able to place you into one of these math classes that you see on the screen. Green for grade 6, yellow for grade 7, and then you will get an email sent home that will have all of that information in it and will tell you which class you will be going into next year.
And so all of that happens in April?
In late April, early May.
Okay. So you will know before the end of this school year which math class you're being placed into. But then everyone gets science and social studies. For our rising 6th graders, you'll take physical science. Rising 7th, you'll take life science. And our rising 8th graders will take earth science. And then you see your social studies classes there as well. So you don't have to give us any information about that, about these classes, as well as World Language, Bible, and Life Fitness. You receive those. Whatever, in 6th grade, actually, our rising 6th graders, you will need to indicate which of those 3 classes that you're interested in taking for world language, whether that's French, Latin, or Spanish. But if you are already in one of those classes, so I'm speaking right now to my 6th and 7th graders, we're automatically going to enroll you in that same language. So that is how the language works. Bible, you'll be automatically enrolled in that class, as well as Life Fitness. So now let's talk about our choices. So right now I'm speaking to my 5th graders. These are your choices that you can rank for next year. So you could take Act 2, and that is an audition level course. If you're interested in taking Act 2, you're going to rank that as your top choice, and after spring break, you'll get information about how to audition. You don't automatically get it, but that tells us that you want to audition. So we'll send you more information. You can also choose between Art 6, Band 6, Choir 6, Orchestra 6, or Theater 6. If there's a little star or an asterisk beside that course, that means it's a semester course. Otherwise, it's a year-long course. Okay, so everyone has to choose a fine arts course. Those are your options for fine arts. And then 7th and 8th graders, so my rising 7th and 8th graders, talking right now to 6th and 7th graders, these are your choices for fine arts. You could also audition for Act 2. Of course, we've got art, 7 or 8, that's year-long. Band, choir, those are year-long. Creative media, that's a semester course. Digital media and exploratory art are also semester courses. Guitar. Midnight News, our awesome Midnight News crew. That is an application course, so you would also rank that as one of your top choices. That just tells us you're interested in learning about how to audition. You could also choose between orchestra or ukulele. Now here's something really important. Classes like creative media, digital media, even exploratory art, guitar, those classes you cannot repeat. So if I'm talking to a 7th grader right now who has already had creative media, as much as you love Mr. Humphreys, you may not take that course again next year. All of this will be detailed in your form. It'll tell you exactly which courses you cannot repeat. Some you can though, for example, band. We need you to take that every year if you play an instrument. All right, some options in the innovation area of courses for our 6th and 7th graders, and 8th graders. They're listed here on the screen. But this is a new class. So I taught coding in 5th grade on a rotation basis. If that is something you have really enjoyed, I'm sure you have, right? You may take coding in 6th grade. We will have a course in 6th grade. We also have a design lab that you can take, Midnight Innovation or Robo Nights. So those are all courses that you can take in 6th grade. 7th and 8th graders, there's really awesome classes like 3D modeling and design, coding as well for our 7th and 8th graders, design lab, engineering, intro to architecture, and Robo Nights. So again, on the form, you'll see some are semester long, some are year long. Ms. Culberson's going to tell you how that all fits together. Our last category of electives you can choose from are in our personal skills and organization categories. In 6th grade, you could take public speaking or and study skills. You actually all get study skills. It's not a choice in 6th grade. So we'll continue that. And for our rising 7th and 8th graders, you can choose. This is a new course, Everyday Ministry. I encourage you to go and check out that description. That's really awesome. It's about how to live out your faith every day. What does that actually look like? Game Changers, which is a faith and sports type of elective. Kingdom Council, that will be an application process for our 8th graders only. So again, if that is something you're interested in, you're going to rank that as one of your top choices. You'll get information about how to apply. But that is going to be an elective class for our 8th graders next year. And we are so excited about that. It will be a year-long course. There will be a lot of things that you'll get to do with myself, with Mr. Berger, and just different opportunities to lead here on campus. We'll also have speech and debate you can choose from, and of course, study hall.
All right. Ms. Morgan has done a great job explaining to you what all of your elective choices are. As we start to think about how you can make those choices, we just need to remember that as we walked through and you saw asterisks by them, meaning that some of those are only semester-long classes and then the rest of them are year-long classes. So we're dividing them into year-long or semester, and remember that one of your electives has to be fulfilled by a fine arts class. So let's talk about how we can split those up. There are 3 different combinations for how you can take your elective classes. This is one way. You can choose to have 2 year-long classes. So I've created a puzzle piece to kind of get you to think about what that looks like and how you can think about it. So if I'm doing 2 year-long classes, that means in the fall on A day I'm taking a year-long class, it lasts all year. On B day I'm taking a year-long class and it lasts all year. The second option would be the same type of thing. On A day, I'm taking a year-long class. It lasts all year. But then on B day, in the fall, I would take a semester-long class. And in the spring, I get to choose a different semester-long class. So then I have 3 different choices of electives in this combination. The last combination allows me to do 4 electives. That means in the fall, on A day, I have 1 elective. On B day, I have another. In the spring, same thing. A day, I have 1. B day, I have another. So in this puzzle piece, I get to choose 4 different electives. So in these combinations, I can have 2, I can have 3, or I can have as many as 4 choices for my electives, depending on what you choose to take. All right. On Friday, your parents, as Ms. Morgan said, are going to get an email with your elective registrations. There will be one for each grade level going out. 7th and 8th grade look pretty much the same. 6th grade also looks the same, except it's a little bit shorter because you do not have as many elective choices. We're going to pull up one of those forms for you to take a quick look at, and we'll talk through it.
Which one do you want to pull up?
Let's pull up
Okay.
7th grade. She's going to do it.
Okay. Do you know how to?
She's going to do it.
Yep.
Okay, on the 7th grade form, as we're looking through that, if you will notice, the top section just has instructions for you, and as you're looking at the instructions, it gives you the deadline of when to turn things in. There's a link to the curriculum guide on it, and then the very first section starts listing all the electives. And I'm doing this by memory, I think there's 22 choices. Okay, and it says for you to rank your top 8. So that means you're going to choose 8 different electives. So I'm going to look through all of those 22 and I'm going to say, this is my number 1, this is my number 2, all the way till I get to number 8. And you're going to do that in each of those sections. So first section, choose number 1, second section, choose your number 2, third section, choose your number 3 until you work your way through all 8 sections that have the exact same things in them. Okay, then there's a bottom section, because remember you have to choose a what? I can hear everybody saying fine arts. Okay, you have to choose a fine arts, all right? So in the bottom section, it makes you choose again a fine arts just in case you didn't choose one in the top. Okay, so because we have to make sure everyone has a fine art selected. So that's getting you through all those choices. Okay, and if you have questions about anything, it has my name on there so that you can reach out and ask me if you have a question about something. All right, perfect. I just wanted you to see that form.
All right, so a couple notes. Just a reminder, we've said it now multiple times. Every student has to take at least one fine arts course. It could be a semester or year long, but you have to take a fine arts course. And I really want you all to hear me. This is not a first come, first served process, right? So you don't have to rush in and be the first person to sign up for coding, because that's what I teach. We are going to wait until everyone has turned in their form to start looking at classes and determine class placements. So while it's not a first come, first served basis, you do have to do it. So we will track you down if you have not submitted your form on time, and we might call you in during break or at lunch. We'll have our computers there, and sometimes we'll have you come and complete the form right there with us. We would rather you do this with your parents, because you can sit down with your parents and pull up that curriculum guide, read every single course and their description, and determine what is going to be best for you. So courses, again, that have an asterisk, those can only be taken once. So all of that is detailed in the form and on the curriculum guide. Just make sure if you've already taken a course that has an asterisk, you may not rank that at all on your form, okay? And then a couple other things. We love to have your input in deciding your classes, and we will certainly do our very best to give you your top choices. Usually we're able to do that, but there are some times when maybe only 2 people signed up for a class, so we don't end up offering that. So we have to wait until you've all completed the forms. That's why it's really important for you to do it on time, so that we can determine how many classes we're offering, who's teaching them, and what will fit within your schedule. A couple other things to note. If you sign up for something like Act 2, it's an audition course that's offered at a very specific time. If you're in Act 2, that might mean you might not get your second choice, which could be coding again, because maybe they're offered at the same time. So we'll have conversations with you along the way if something like that happens, so you're not surprised. But if there is a course, let's say everybody signs up for the, Everyday Faith.
Ministry.
Everyday Ministry, thank you. So if, let's say we have 50 students sign up for that, well, obviously we can't have a class with 50 students. If that's the case, we're not looking at who submitted first. We'll put all of your names into a lottery, and we'll have the computer randomly select 20. And those are the students who will get placed into that course. So just know we certainly want to do our best to get you what you want, but it's not always perfect. The timeline, again, this Friday, the 28th, is when the email goes home to your families about how to register. And then March 14th is when they're due. That is the day before spring break. So you've got 2 weeks to get this work done. So make sure, again, it's not a rush, but just don't forget. We will find you.
We will find you.
Okay. Well, if you have any questions, again, you can always see Ms. Culberson or come see me. We are happy to help you answer any questions you have. But thanks so much for your attention. We hope you have a great day.